That's nice. How y'all doing? Let's see. Let me just bung in a little thing here. Tell you what, let's just do a quick. Marvellous. There we go. Get rid of that. Do that. Hello. Let me just... That seems to be working. Well, the live chat's working. The concurrent viewers seems to be broken. Not a problem. Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? Sorry about that. It's because I've had NCT classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which doesn't leave any free evenings. Right. Let us... remind ourselves what we were doing last time. What were we doing last time? Oh, all sorts. We were... well, we can remind ourselves what was going on by having a look at this... having a look at what Amphitrust Railways have published in their latest progress report. They are little progress. You remember there was one of these... a year ago, actually. So, let's have a little catch up. You can see there's a nice picture of Anapolis City by the look of it. An electric loco. There's some signals there, and someone very happy in a train. Anyway, so a quick sample of this document because we didn't look at any of the interior pages of this last time. So yeah, published by the Amphitrust Transport Commission, May 1962. That is now. Now is May 1962 because we stayed. The last episode was all just on the 5th of May 1962. So forward. Track, signalling telecoms, motive power, diesel, motive power, electric, passenger train services, passenger stations, shipping services, catering, freight depots and marshalling yards, freight train services, maintenance depots, conclusion. That's kind of some of the things. And maybe we'll just read the forward, which will give us a bit of a hint. How's the sound balance, by the way? It's all right. I've got coffee too. I'll have a little read of the forward. Last year, the first of these booklets reviewed progress made with modernisation. It was recognised that a turning point had been reached. The results were becoming more and more familiar in everyday life. After the planning years, one could see clearly what was being accomplished. During the past year, the process continued, spreading further the already established methods of progress that will help to make the replanned, smaller railway system more efficient, reliable, economic and speedy. This, by the way, certainly up to this point, is exactly the wording from this exact document from May 1962 in the UK. And they were, and this will be relevant as we progress. You see they're using the word, just dropped it in there casually, the replanned smaller railway system. It's really important to understand that the modernisation plan entirely had it as part of its proposals, and indeed this was in the original statement of the modernisation plan back in 55, that the network was going to be smaller. So, thinking on that. Anyway, electrification, already operating between Hexham, Forest-Limon and Crowle, is being extended to Thaxton and Bradshaw. New electric trains are planned for suburban services in Bradshaw and the three cities. New track, new trains, new freight services to meet the needs of the industry. This is the growing shape of a revitalised railway service. The programme has its disappointments. Amphitrust Railways entered 1962 in the shadow of their greatest setback with the delay of the deployment of new electric suburban trains in Forest-Limon. However, new trains shall soon be welcomed by suburban travellers in and around Forest-Limon and Bradshaw, and the public has shown appreciation in the best possible way by using the temporary service twice as much as the steam service it replaced. Such setbacks only underline the advanced nature of many of the techniques being brought into use throughout the country. There is nothing new about high-voltage electric traction, but its introduction on one of the busiest and most intensive systems in the Mediterranean threw up new problems. Modernisation aims to produce a railway which the nation will be glad to use. New equipment, new plant, new techniques and new ideas on an unparalleled scale. Every sphere of activity is affected. Changes are taking place in the office, in the signal box, on the track and in the marshalling yard. It's a formidable task, made even more so by the need to carry on at the same time with the normal railway job of moving thousands of passengers and thousands of tons more of freight every year. The full benefits will not be felt until the programme is complete, but more and more railway users are now sampling the advantages of an up-to-date system. In creating a new railway system to suit an age in which the private car and motorcycle, the goods lorry and aircraft have emerged as formidable competitors, some pruning is inevitable. Oh, red lights, klaxon going off there. Yeah. The new railway must be the right size and shape to meet the challenge and to meet the new demands of industry. This booklet outlines some of the work accomplished since spring 1961. It is not just a recital of facts. Behind it is a record of enterprise and endeavour. There's an interesting changing of language. They are upping the discussion a bit more about the fact the shape of the network is potentially going to change. Yeah, it's lots of general sort of some interesting discussion points there. We'll yeah, some interesting stuff to review. I read it through in detail because this is very much the language that is in the real version of this document, which you can get off the Railways Archive. But in terms of what we are up to materially, has the electric service actually seen double the ridership, or was that made up for this report? No. The ridership has doubled. I mean, the ridership has increased on those services. It has improved on within game. The service has seen an improvement. We can go and have a look at that in a minute. Actually, first of all, though, we've got to have a think about what's going on. So we've seen. What have we seen? There's additional work going on. Let's see. We've got. So that area's done. We've done the area around Melksham. That was sort of outstanding from last time. That's been completed. We've got the work between Wakefield and Thapst to do, including this sizable junction, West Haverhill Junction, into Haverhill. So that's a challenge, certainly. And then we've got the work sort of south of Thapst City and Thapst City Station to construct as well. We've done Anapolis City. We've completed the connection onto the Kingston Richmond Railway there. We've completed the line into Annapolis Central, so that's done. So kind of we're on it with that. We've kind of done all of that really. North Pilning Station doesn't yet exist, but we're going to focus really on the journey on the kind of the route between Thapst Central, and which, by the way, the electrification scope was obviously part of a different project that has now been de-scoped. So there's some, if you remember, they de-scoped. Amphitrust Railways had electrification of the Central Main Line de-scoped. I think that was originally in part of the scope, and that's kind of de-scoped. So anyway, right, I digress. So. Let us go back to the game, shall we? Oh, this place, we've not been here for ages. Oh, here it is. Here's Annapolis. Here, looking happy. Golly, yeah, there it is. Oof. Let's get things moving, shall we? Yeah. So we've got that. So we've seen that nice modernisation progress report. That's sort of hopefully kind of interesting. What else is going on? We've got these sort of suburban services here. Lovely, lots going on. There's an enormous number of passengers here who, oh golly, they're all moving on to that one platform and they all want to go somewhere else. Anyway, so what is this? The 1st of June? Yeah, okay. There is. So we need to have a think. Let's go up here. There's some other stuff that's been going on, some other work that's been going on, and it's over. We have to think about what on earth we're going to be doing over here. So we've got the line through here. We've got so Amphitrust Railways are looking to. So the program is sort of slipping for the work. For electrification, they want to get they kind of wanting to get electric services running on the bits of infrastructure they've kind of largely completed, and most of that's north of Thapst towards Vorious Limon, kind of up there. There's Wakefield. It's kind of Vorious Limon that's probably Melksham, isn't it? But it's kind of in that direction. There's the airport. There's Stratford Airport over there. Anyway, so we have to have a think about what's going to be happening on the railway line, this stretch of railway line through Haverhill and kind of West Thapst, and then through this junction, which is an enormous and complicated junction. It's the junction, the splitting of the Central Main Line and of the East Coast Main Line. We need to understand what that junction's going to look like, how they're going to do it, and to what extent they're going to extend forward tracking through here. There's some thinking to do. Yes. How are they going to do it? Are they going to manage forward tracking through here? I mean, kind of curious to see. Can they do? Let's see. If I put that there. Does that work? Kind of looks like that needs to go on this side, doesn't it? Yeah. But if that happens, then that needs to go. Oof. Oof. Kind of looks like that's going to do that, which means that. Yeah. So these two little stubs need to go. So if they go. I tell you what, before we do that, let's just go in here and just. There we go. It's quite destructive on that side, isn't it? We're doing it anyway. Okay. So that gives us. Let's just kind of creep our way forwards and see where we get to, I think. How quick is this? The geometry's not too bad. Let's see. Let's see what this does. It's very smoky, just to make our lives a lot easier. This then is going to come in here. Is it going to manage? So if we try, let's have a little think about what if we four-tracked along here, what that might look like. It's just not too close to the road. Yeah. I have a feeling that that's going to end up kind of like. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a squeeze. It's going to be a big old squeeze. Yeah, okay. And then this whole area then would need to be remodeled. We need to remodel this probably into a single curve. Is probably the optimized way to get the best through speed, because we kind of want our services to be accelerating out of the, particularly the East Coast Main Line, where we're wanting to really improve journey times. It's going to work its way through, yeah. To what can we get out of this? Yeah. Yeah, so that, if that was going to be four-track, that would involve quite a bit of pain. I think they can survive with. Let's just do some of this as well. Yeah. So that's going that way. I think if that then. Can we leave those there? Probably not. Actually, we probably can leave that there. No, we can't. We can't leave that there. That's going. So that's going, that's going. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, it's already splitting away. Let's have a... let me just... Let me just pull... Yeah, I'm just going to pull that back. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so now if I continue that... So it's a horrible compound curve, but it is a thing. Oh, could we do a straight actually and actually have that as proper geometry? We possibly could, couldn't we? Because at the moment that ain't real geometry, so maybe we could do better. I'm like slightly nervous of screwing up our ability to get through this bridge, but actually if we can... I reckon we can do it. Okay. Okay, so... let's see what we can do here. Oh, what about if I did... No, that's still a horrible compound curve, isn't it? Oh, geez. Also, I need to get the levels right. Oh, it is climbing, isn't it? Okay. Let's have a look. How's that looking? Yeah, so if I did that... Now, is that enough that if I place the next track along, it's going to fit all four? I think I've gone too far over. I think it's too far. Yeah, okay, okay. Let's see how we're doing. So if I go... what's about here? Oh, this is going to be spicy, isn't it? Try that. That's enough width for 4, I think. If I do that now, how's this going to look? 55, 63. That's a good point, actually. It does fit under the bridge, yeah. Now, that's a single curve. Oh, no. Oh, it's always weird that you can do a bridge next to... Yeah, anyway, I'm getting distracted. Fine. I think I want to have some straight track to then... Okay. That should now be... Yeah, there we go. 4 tracks coming out of Haverhill. Now we just have to work out what we're doing with them. I think what I need to now do is so let me. I'm just. By the way, I am currently consulting. I'm currently consulting my big map. Yeah, there are a fair number of demolitions going on. Yeah, but this is this has been a thing that's been getting held off for a really long time now. So. There. There's another one there. Here, and there's another one here, isn't there? Yeah. And there, and over there. I think that's that so far, isn't it? So, now that I've done those straights, I'm going to get rid of these straights. And these straights. And attempt to get a clean okay, possibly. I mean, part of me wants to deal with the fact that these are not. This is a bit of a reversing kink, which is a bit horrible. Do you think I can sort this out? Surely I can sort this out. Let's see what we can do. Let's go with that. And possibly attempt to then... Oh, it's tight, isn't it? Oh, if it's like here. Oof. Okay, fine. That's then going to go around here. And this should then fairly neatly... Oh, get off. Right. It's a compound curve, but it's needs must under the circumstances. Yeah. At which point then... we need to work out what's happening with these. So... there we go. So that's coming around there. We've got 4 tracks. This just lets things pull out the station, gives us hopefully one additional block, signal block beyond the station, or at least one longer block. How are we going to do this? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Ian Huff pointing out eminent domain, absolutely. Let's see, so this is going to come through, I think, depending on what we can do. Yeah, ideally we want 40. Okay, let's see what 40 does. From here. Come on, there we are. $40 there. Maybe I want that further back. I think if I... It's fiddly, folks. It is fiddly. I think... Oof. I think I could possibly go a bit further back with a 40 as well. Yeah, there we go. If I do... Oh, I don't... Ugh. Oops. Okay. Now, am I going to be able to continue that onto... It's a single lead. Is that going to work? I know that a double junction. Everyone's going, oh, but a double junction is faster and better. Have we got any double junctions anywhere on there? We haven't really, have we? Oh, we do on the other side. So that's going to come that way, which means we need to cross over the other side, which we can do on this straight. Actually, let's get a 40-mile-an-hour crossover on the go. $40-mile-an-hour crossover. That goes there. That goes there. Oof, then this mess going around here. What's actually running on this at the moment? There's a fair bit of freight. Yeah, yes. So there's not a huge amount of freight actually. Yeah, this junction. This work in progress for when that gets up. So, by the way, if you hadn't worked out, this is where the new Thapst city station is going to go. They're going to fit our long platforms, our full length platforms, and everything is going to somehow fit into this space here, and then connect round through Haverhill and onwards. If you remember, that's there. If I just quickly go to OBS and go back to, if you remember, if we go in here, Control P, there we go. Oh, we're here. We're this bit here, right? And we are trying to get through. So that city here, those 208-meter platforms are going to go where Goodrington sidings currently are. That'll then allow us to connect up to our completed area at Hendon. There needs to be another junction there. So that's all fine and good. We need to work out... so this junction's fairly straightforward because it sticks on the slows. So that triangle junction there is what we were just looking at. That's, Haverhill Junction, that triangle junction. Haverhill Station itself is here. Essentially, you end up with kind of closed platforms on the through lines, which are on the inside of the curve, and you see I've just remodeled that junction to have the new through lines. So this has been de-scoped now, as you can see. So the scope of this has been reduced. Originally it was 4 tracks all the way through. Now it's been de-scoped, so it goes down to 2 tracks. That's going to have to now work to provide a connection onto the kind of the line, the central main line. So there's more work to be done on working that out, which is kind of what we're going to do now. Actually, I'm going to continue that. I'm going to start with some fun civil engineering, because why not? That's what it's all about. So that's going to come through there. That runs through there. That's now all working, other than signals. I know we've got signals to do. So that's there. That's doing that. We've got that turnout there. So what I'm going to do for this is pull this back and also pull this back. So obviously this would be staged and would be undertaken somewhat differently in if it was being built proper, but I'm going to just basically set this up now. Now, do I want... The other thing is... Yeah, while we're here, I'm just going to do... a little bit of this to see what other speeds we've got here. Yeah, slow. Ideally, we want to improve these speeds through this quite slow weavy section between Haverhill and Wakefield. It's kind of needlessly weavy. Can we cut some corners off that and improve the through speeds? I hope so. Let's just pull these out and see what happens if we do. So, for example, if I did this... No, I need to do it with the 2 tracks, don't I? Yeah, okay, fine. If I did this... 110. And almost the question then becomes, well, what about if you did... What about on the other side? So if we kind of cut our losses between the 2. Let's have a little play, shall we? Let's see where we get to. Oops, I keep forgetting I have to do the double. The old double whammy. The main thing I'm noticing is compound curves galore. So if we did that, for example, and then did... so if we take that... Yeah, okay. The only issue is I've just realised I've not done my usual, so I need to go around and before we get any further. Is do my appropriate. That. Let's continue. Let's do that all the way up to Wakefield because we need to. Yeah, fine. Nice rumbling. Nice loud rumbling for you. We're going to go up doing the texture and we'll come back doing the terrain. How's that? You can enjoy the futuristic SimCity music. There we go. Hello to anyone who's not been on one of these streams before. There's 30 of you watching, which is some good numbers. Welcome. Maximize you, and just... the terrain thing has got even more buggy in recent... I don't even know why it is, but it is. It's getting buggier. There we go. Just do this. There. Come on, last bit. Good. Just in case that one hasn't been done, which I have a feeling it hasn't, because I know what I'm like. Oh, come on. There we are. There, good. Right, okay, so let's get back to it. So we had created some geometry there, which we're going to now... So, if we continue this way, we'll now see what that does going in the other direction, which is... Actually, if we... just bulldoze all of this. Let's see what happens now if we go for a straight line off that bit. What does that look like? Not too bad. What's the geometry looking like again? 100, 104. Might actually be better to just build that as a I need the curvature. Okay, fine. Just go for a 110. Let's go for that, 110. And then if we continue that as a straight line, oh, how does that look now? Oh. So let's do this in sections. So we're slewing this way. There's a 4-track corridor. Fine. Now, if I went for a single curve kind of connecting up to here, what would that look like in terms of geometry? No, not happening. If, however, I cut this back, yeah, if I do... Oh, I really thought more of this would have been done. Fine. Well, lovely. It's a big old junction remodeling. This is my bread and butter day job sort of stuff, this. Although I normally don't get to play with quite as big a canvas. I did for a bit when I was on Carstairs, but mostly my junctions are a little bit smaller than this. So we're going to go back to... Why are we going to go back to the straight geometry and try and get a consistent curve? So we're going to attempt to do. Whether we achieve it is another matter, of course. Let's have a look, though. So 60 is too big an ask, but 56 seems realistic. And then if we did that, 117, that's not. That could be fine, couldn't it, I suppose? So if you do that now, if I just now complete that and see how that looks. I'm not very happy on that side. Let's see. We aren't quite getting 60 on the curve, which is a bit of a shame, but oh, like a weird short slow bit. Why are these so slow? Oh, is it because it's timber? Yeah, it's probably because it's timber, isn't it? So that's going to be going this way, and then continuing off on its merry adventures that way. Yeah. What are people saying in the chat? 110 is plenty, given that it's next to a slow curve. Well, yeah, quite. This curve's going to be faster again, though. We're going to be improving the geometry all the way through here. So this curve is going to get slackened as well, which we're going to do in a minute. In fact, we're going to do that now. That level crossing is not lasting the night either, just as an FYI. Let's... Let's see. If I now continue this. You know what? I do prefer, rather than doing the I do prefer just kind of going, right, well, what curve can we get here? Let's see. For example, if I actually bring that back a couple of notches. I mean, what happens if I do it as a straight? It probably needs to have some curvature, doesn't it? Yeah, that feels... Yeah, fine. And then try this maybe. This sort of thing. 100. No, a little bit further back, I think. Maybe less straight. If this goes... Let's see. So if that is then going... What have we got? 115 there. No, I'm going to do it. Just to make sure that reverse is working properly, let's go with this. Lovely. Very nice. So that's now giving us a speed of, accelerate there, 110, 115. It's certainly an improvement. There's going to be a bridge just here in a minute, which we're going to build. Come along with the big upgrades, folks. The big upgrades. There we are. So that's coming through like that. We might well end up kind of clipping this back again to just get a better alignment to then come round and fairly neatly time with this. In fact, I'm positive that we will be doing that like that, and then a straight line from there is I imagine what will be happening. Let's have a look. Inside curve. Need to do some road bulldozing first. Whoops. Where are we? Yeah, for now, that'll do. And because you can't have level crossings on a fast upgraded electric main line anyway, or you shouldn't. The Amphitrust government isn't having any of it. So let's have a look now. What's this going to do? So if that's coming through, I don't want to bulldoze unnecessary forests, so if that's coming through there, so if I did that and then what would that look like? Is that going to be a horrible compound curve, or is it going to work? Reconstruction not possible. Snazzy. Let's see. Oh, yeah, fine. Oh, okay. That needs to be that needs to come in a bit. Oh, it can actually be. That can extend a bit further along, so that could go. That can happily go. Oh, let's also. Yeah, I was going to say the East Coast Main Line in the UK. Lol at the idea of not having been in the cab of a train of a 225 going over level crossings at 125. Let me confirm, it's a stupid idea to have level crossings on an electric railway. A very, very stupid idea. Yeah. I think if we put a bit of straight in here, maybe not that much, but let's have a look. What does that do? Oof, it's not far off, is it? I don't know if we're going to do better than that. I'm doing it. Okay, that's the geometry. Let's see what that does. Let's see what we've got, what we're working with here. Oh, the UK has so many electrified, third rail electrified level crossings. You just have a dead section. Easy, right? Safe, absolutely normal, safe stuff. Hi Jay, by the way. Hi, Squirklehausen. There we go. So that's coming around there. We've got our track, which obviously they're just going to retrieve that. They're not going to leave it there. So let's just scoot that up. Waste not, want not. So that's going to be our geometry, which creates a fairly long, decent, fast section, really. Oh. Yeah, it's a decent length of fairly fast section. You could say they could have upped it to higher speeds, but yeah. I suppose they could have opened that out to actually be less tight, but anyway, no, it's fine. We're going to get a bridge on the go. This one's easy. This one is easy enough because you can just put a outright fit your bridge there. That's not a problem. What sort of bridge do we want here? Yeah. Oh. No. There. There. Double there. Right. And that's going to go down here like this. Fine. Easy. And this is going to go like this. There. Terrific. Good. And actually, with the benefit of hindsight, I can just... because they built that new earthwork, so that's just going to be like that the whole way. Lovely. There. That's nice. It's a bridge. What can we do on the other side? A bit less easy. What is this? This is the main road going round this way. So that's one of the main. Is that the A1? Oh, it's one of the A roads of the. So this needs to be a kind of a decent quality bridge anyway. Fine. I wonder what we can do to achieve that. renowned urban planner B. Squeichelhausen or something. Absolutely, Jamie B. Yeah, hi Jay. Sorry, we've not. It's been a bit bitty because of NCT classes and things. I've not been able to be here, but we're seeing some progress. And to what extent have you been keeping up, Jay, with the modernisation plan and the East Coast mainline upgrade? Yes, no, I know what we've got. We do have incoming concrete bridges in 8 years or so. Let's see. This. So if we had. Let's see. Now. Goddamn. I mean, that might be that, frankly. Yeah. I will take that. Nice. That's kind of what that sort of thing looks like. We do need to... let's have a look. It's a road, so that can curve in pretty quickly. Let us do my use then. Go. Fine. That's gonna go. Get rid of all that. Oh yeah, didn't do me tarmac. Fine. That's. Oh. I just automatically control Z'd, which is quite funny because that you know that works. There we are. Let's do that and. Fine. That's going to go... So I think the way I'm going to do this is... Firstly, that's getting done. That's getting done. I think this is probably going to look something more like... No. No. Yeah, something more like this probably. Like that. Yeah, there we go. There, very nice. Nice road crossing. Very, very lovely. Let's just tidy this up a bit, because this wouldn't have that like that, because that's a new earthwork. It's all the way around there. Yeah, fine. So that fairly neatly ties into that. Lovely. This would have all been... Yeah. I fear that that would have been done in. Fine. We just need to connect this road now. This wee one here. Which we're going to do by... less bendy. There we go. Marvellous. That covers that. That covers that. Happy days. Sadly, only caught up with video stuff. Browse the Discord channel a few days ago to see if there are any episodes inbound. Yes. There's some. Well, generally I keep the video. I update with the lore in the videos, don't I? So anything that's in the videos then goes onto the wiki. Let's see. So that's going that way. That's nice and curvy. Does that? Fine. We need to ballast up down here. Let's see. 18. Yeah. Let's get this sorted. Fresh, new tracks. Isn't that lovely? Very nice. and there we are. Actually, where's that level crossing? Yeah, let's just time it. Make sure this level crossing is nicely sorted out. There we go. And this bit is probably fine because it's all ballasted already, but this side isn't, so let's get that sorted. Right, fun times. So, what is that geometry there? Is it a kink? No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So, still curvy, but we've taken the worst out of those curves. So we've eased, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 curves that we've eased. Not at the woods yet though, because yeah, okay. Got to think about our tracks again. So how are we going to do this? So if we continue that as a straight, where does that come out? It comes out all over the place. So if we just trying to get an idea of what we could do in terms of geometry here, we could do a bit further around actually. If I even further around, maybe like this. No, too far around. Where is that? Where have I just done that? That's there. So let's go there. It's very... This is quite... that could be it. That could be it. You know what? I think a little further over, so I'm going to go with there. Just the odd degree makes quite a big difference. I think, yeah, that's it. That's it, 100%. Very nice. So that provides our connection there. That means, because we've got the single track section, that means all the central stuff will go onto that line and then continue onwards. These are new works, so kind of ideally these are going to be connected to both tracks. So this means that's fine. I mean, I suppose that this junction is looking fairly similar to what it was before. Is that climbing? I thought... Oh, it's because it's dropping. Nutsacks. I should have not picked that up because I'm actually... It's okay. It's okay. The only thing I need to know is... This needs to go along, there needs to be a crossover. So that's going to come along here. Yeah, fine. And then that's going to need to have a... There we go. That allows all the traffic going that way to do that. Fine. Okay. Thing is, that does not connect through that way. Do I want to do that? Do I need to do that? Bearing in mind, this is going to be... This works, kind of needs to be connected to in all directions. No, I think that should still be able to feed onto everything, I think. Yeah, okay. There we are. So I think what we might have actually is we might have... what have I done here? Oh, what am I doing? What have I broken here? Everything's catenary. Okay, yeah. It's just... Yeah, there we are. That's... fine, that's done. So that's there. That's probably how I would do that. What's the geometry through here? Am I going to need to relay this, or is it okay? It's not ideal, is it? Do I actually want to... Yeah, I might leave that junction as it is. Fine. What's the speed through here? So let's just check the speed. So we've got decent speeds through here, but then it slows right down around this curve, and particularly slows down through this bit. But actually, we do need to flip this because the through geometry and the turnout geometry is not right. So I need to flip this around anyway. Okay, fine. How am I going to do this? Let's see. That's how I'm going to do that. Okie dokie. I will take that. Fine. We'll fix that crossover again in a tick. Golly. I will take that. Very nice. This then needs to come round. How far can I... this is the bit. How far round can I actually get it to go? I just don't want to slow that down too much. I want that to be... Golly. Now if I split this off at this point, yeah, 40. And then there we go. That's how we're going. Very nice. Oh, so I'm checking the diagram again. So after that, there's no junction between there and... Oh, there is one. There is a need for one junction, which is going to be down here. It is going to... Oh, golly, let me just have a think. So it's a crossover from here to... Yeah. 40 mile an hour. There. Then it's a 40 mile an hour to there. Then let me just check. $40 mile an hour to me there. Oh, and then 40 around the corner, so it's not ideal. That's my ladder one direction, then I need the other direction, so that's going to be 40. Oh, golly. Oh, maybe it's going across a wide way. Always makes things fun. Yeah, okay. And then here to here should be easier again. Oh, come on. What you doing? There we are. Oof. So that's ladder to there, ladder to there, ladder to there. That is... should be 6 crossovers in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crossovers in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I could have started it further this way and would have made my life easier. Yeah, like 100%. I kind of want it to be as close to the station as possible though, because you don't want it to be in amongst all this the speed. You don't. Fine. It's down there. So we've done that. We've done that junction. Good. Is there a significance to where I choose to put concrete rails versus regular rail, or concrete sleepers versus regular sleepers? Is all the new track using concrete sleepers? For the most part, yeah. There's a crossover missing here, isn't there, that we needed to add? Yeah. That's horrible custom S&C at that point, because we don't really have much choice, do we? Oh, that needs to go a little... It does need to go a little bit further, actually. I'll put it in the regular geometry at least. There. So stuff coming out out of the works. You know, this big it's a big railway works. It's the old railway works down here. Bury Works. There it is. And so trains are built there. Do I need a crossover going the other way? No, I don't, because that crossover is only for accessing the works. It's not necessary. And this is double junction, so it's not a problem. Yep. Signalling all of this I do need to do in a sec. So that's all laid out. Let me just check what's wired. Check where my wires are. That doesn't need to be wired. That does not need to be... Yeah, over on protection, fine. That doesn't need to be that. Yeah, that looks good to me. Is over on protection. Oh yeah, we need to continue our way down this way because we are wiring into thatch. The challenge is that this junction is not really as it needs to be. Is that going to be... Never think. So that's going to go around there. The 4th track... That's definitely not going to be needed, so we can get rid of that. Yeah, we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yes, then that is going to go that way, but again, that doesn't need to go... yeah... It's funny because there's quite a lot to think about in terms of what we're doing with the geometry this way as well. So that's the middle 2 tracks. So middle 2 tracks, fine. But there is freight as well we have to think about. What have I knackered? Have I only yeah, it's only passenger stuff. So all the freight stuff's still working. So it is just that I need to reinstate. Do I? Oh, probably platforms that are the issue rather than anything else. That's fine. I'm going to leave those connections. That's going this way. There is a level crossing there. I don't think there's anything we can do about that level crossing, and it is for... yeah. I'm going to retain that level crossing through Donnellwood. So this can all get quite easily electrified. Electrify that. Electrify that. and that, and that. Yep. And oh, why is this one not electrified? Come on now. Good, fine. Does Donaldwood still need its central tracks? No, it still have its central tracks, I think, yeah. So let's... There we are, wire this, wire this. Just going to wire this as is. They're going to avoid any expensive remodeling here. Get this wired up essentially on the cheap. Let's see, so they're going to go for... Yep. And we might as well wire the freight platforms as well. What's red here? There. Good. Positive. I can't quite tell what is and is not red or otherwise. I'm going to do, yeah, this as overrun protection if they really do screw up. Fine. That, I think, is that. Oh, you know what? I don't think they would have overrun protection on there because you'd risk assess it out. Because it's low speed. And trains shouldn't be departing unless the route's been set correctly. So that's fine, that's going that way. And they're going to risk assess out overrun protection on that route, and this is going to eventually be done, but there's no point doing it until they've built this station up, of course. Which means that that's mostly the arrangement they want it to be. Let's work our way through this lot then. Why are you unhappy? Haverhill, presumably. Oh. Let's get some things on. And you. We go to Haverhill. I presume. What is that? Thapst, Shanklin. Ah, these are central mainline ones. So. Why is it unhappy? No, it isn't unhappy. It's C02 that's unhappy. Because Thapst Central, Haverhill, yes, because it does want to go onto those tracks, and it's not able to at this point, and I dug up the tracks that enabled it to, and actually it does want to have those to do that. Nailed it. And I shouldn't need to, because it'll run through, and then there's two tracks there, so that should be fine. Okay. Let me do... First of all, let's get rid of that. Okay, yeah. And then if I get rid of this... Yeah. Seems happy. That's working. Good. Thapst, Voris Limon. Yeah. Likewise. Yeah. There's no longer any alternative platforms for this to use. So that, I think, makes that happy. Yep. And then it's a bunch of the Class 2 services. Thapst, Shanklin on the central. That's the same issue, isn't it? I just need to... It seems doubly unhappy. Why is that? I'll tell you what, let's... April. What is this? Let me just check which direction this is going. Okay, fine. It seems to be working, but then it comes in here and yeah, wherever this space, fine. What time is it, by the way? Oh, bloody hell! How long have we been going for? An hour 16. Thap Stratford managed line. Presume it's the same issue, right? Yes, it is. Problem solved. Haverhill. Yeah. And what was that I've just changed out? Is it just Thap Central? It's yeah, okay. Fine. What was this one? East Coast. Oh, it's East Coast. Bradshaw to Thapst. Okay. What route is that taking? That's worth paying attention to, because that's definitely one that's going to be a bit weird for now. What is that? What am I looking at? What's the one that I'm currently looking at? Bradshaw, Thapst. Bradshaw, why is it going... Oh yeah, that is that one. It's going via Rugeley. That's a service that is not going to be long up for this earth, because as soon as this new station's done, it'll come up the East Coast proper, and it'll skip Rugeley. But for now, that's fine. It stops at Donaldwood, which is funny, but whatever, we'll leave that for now. It's a regional service, I suppose. Thapst Rally. Okay. Oh, this is... Come on. Yeah, okay. It's just the alternative ones that are unhappy. I think that fixes it. Yeah, okay, good. Thapst to Stratford. Yeah, it's all the alternative terminals again. Fine. Easily fixed. Thapst Hartlepool. Managed line. There we go. So that should all be in order at this point, I think, other than signals. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. So that's quite good, actually. That's a fair amount of investment in property acquisition. But other than that, not a huge amount of wreckage through Haverhill. Most of the centre of the city is retained. A couple of slight alterations to skyline, but nothing radical. We have to think about signalling, though. Oh, right, okay. Let's work our way down from... Yeah, let's work our way down from here. So, to do that, I need to get my little station building up. And what was I doing? I was doing 320, wasn't I? So, how have we got... What are the signal positions there for... Is that the old signal? Can you remember if I did the signalling up here? Have I actually done the re-signalling at this area? I presume I have. Maybe it's best if I just start fresh going this direction. So we've got... There. Oh. They are indeed one-way signals, yes, thank you all. So if I do that, then I need to go another 320 this way. Which is around about under the bridge, fine. For signal sighting reasons, that's probably okay. Oh, it's in the middle of the junction though, isn't it? Yeah, okay, fine. So actually what I want to do is not place any of those signals the way I've placed them. Place them such that these are, yeah, so this one's going to be here, and this one's going to be here. Yes. And in the other direction, at the start of the junction, we're going to have one here, and then the other one's going to be here. So that's the junction protected. Now I can pay more attention to what's going on in the other direction. So if I swip out my, so I'm going to have one signal this direction, and to be honest, kind of the same direction the other way. I might just block them all in that direction. Is it such a crime? Possibly. Oh yeah, it will, because they're in a bloody pair. So okay, so those are going to stay there as a pair, fine. But I will pull these ones back and make the most, because you never know how useful that extra little bit might be. So I'm going to then do this back to, like, here. I've got my finger on the screen. You always know that's bad news. The good thing is this means I don't end up with signals sort of horribly clipping into each other. There we go. I just need to do that a few more times. There we are. Signal there. Another one next to it. And what's this about? Right there, isn't it? I always kind of want them to be about. I mean, it's not just about aesthetics to get these set opposite each other. It's partly for maintainability and finding the asset. There we go. Let's just put another one here. And what was it? It was about a structure and a half the other direction, wasn't it? So about there. There we go. Now, let's have a think about what this needs to do. So there needs to be a signal going in this direction from about here. That's going to then run. Yeah, so then how much space do I actually have? Do I have space for another signal block between these two? Probably do, actually, you know. If I do that, so that's on the inside, so that's like there. I probably do, because it's around a curve, so the track's longer. I'm going to go with it, I think. There we are. Thoughts in the chat? What rules are there in real life for distancing signals? Lots. Lots and lots. Signaling principles are lengthy, complicated, and there's a reason why you have to have IRSE competency to actually do signaling, because there are quite a lot of rules you have to follow. But deceleration speeds plus train lengths, lots and lots of things. In this game, it's just train lengths really that I'm paying attention to. Yeah, tactical floating station as a measuring device. Learn that from your day job. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I use the tactical floating railway station as a tool for that sort of thing. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to place this. Place that there. That's coming in there. I then need. Kind of want things to be free of the junction. If I just have a look, how much do I have? So if I imagine going round, I think I can probably still place a couple of these in here, you know, without it being a problem. Yeah. That's going to go there. This is going to go. That's going to go there. Let's buy die. Fine. So that's going to go. Let me just have a think. That's going to go there. Then the next. I don't mind blocking. Oh, maybe I do want to just protect that crossover actually, even though, just in case, even though it's not a commonly in use crossover, I think I still need to have it appropriately protected. That's going to go that way. So in the other direction, I need to have a full. This is the challenge: is that crossover. Yeah, okay, if I just protect that. That's going to be that direction. Okay. Thing is, that's now going to have its tail potentially. That signal means that stuff potentially can have its tail over the back of that. Oh, this is why. This is where track remodeling isn't just about the P-way. Oh golly. Yeah. So that off the back of that, I think. Let's just leave that there. Go in the other direction. I do need a signal here. And I think that's going to have to be it there. Let's see how that works. Oof. Yeah, there we are. Wait. Jamie B, the fast down line. Which direction? I don't know which down is on my thing here. Quite a fan of not getting off a train covered in spilt tea, thanks. Yeah, true. Let's see. The fast down line is currently in bi-die use for the slows due to a lack of crossover when it goes to 2 tracks. Oh, I see. I've forgotten. Yes. Oh, that was mentioned earlier about needing a crossover in the other direction, and I ignored the request. Yes. I'm going to re-diggle that because it's more important that this rapidly goes where it needs to go. There. And then there's going to be another crossover in the other direction. Okay, so. Yes, there we go. That now needs to be protected there, which is definitely too close for that. The hope is that trains will just go fast through here, because otherwise at the moment they just don't have much. They're going to pass either way through there, through that section. This is a hell of a constraint. Fun times. Good stuff. Fine. Let me just check where everything's going through here. 0 things should be using this crossover. I don't like that. Why are things using that crossover? So that's coming. Oh dear. I don't need that. Oh, do I? I do, because I don't want it to. Oh, golly, this connection is causing headaches. So this is going to go. I don't really want it to be. Why is this bi-die? I have headaches. It should be. That bit should be bi-die. Then that needs to then go into there. Okay, I need to put some. Yeah, okay. Need to do a waypoint or two, don't I? Yeah, okay. Okay, so if I go to services and get everything through here, so nothing should be wrong roaded at this point here in particular. So every service that's here should be Thapst, Haverhill, and then that's going to be going this direction. and then just before Haverhill it's going to be going this direction. Got to do that with all of them. So that's Wakefield, then Haverhill, then I think that's right. Has that got rid of all the bi-die? No, not yet. Let's keep at it then. Thapt, Haverhill, and then Rugeley, Thapt, Stratford, Rugeley, Signal. Go. Why is my yeah, no. The waypoint isn't showing up quite as neatly and easy as I'd like. Let's see. That one, have I done them? No, I haven't done on this one. So that's Hendon Central, then Haverhill, then and then on the way back, it's going to be Wakefield. Yeah. Getting there. Branch off Thapst. Rugeley. That way. Thapst Raleigh. That's Haverhill. And then, is this right? Is this the direction we want to be going? Yeah, then Wakefield. Oh, wait. I'm still seeing bi-die. I've only got 2 left. Then Haverhill. Last one. Which is the bi-die one, of course it is. Haverhill. What do you think? Has that sorted the problem out? I think it has. Yeah. It's hard to tell whether that's going in the correct direction, isn't it? Wait, so Kroll Company sidings, that's going. Might as well do that as well. On its way to Hemmack and then on its way back. And then Rugeley Haverhill. Oh, where is that signal? It's over here. Okay, noted. Well, before you get to that, you need to go through here. And then on your way back from those sidings, you need to go here. Okay, that should now be working, right? Thoughts? I hope so. Model UM, but it's the Rail Natter Discord role-playing a nonsensical organisation structure of the UK Rail is post-privatisation. Absolutely, Jack Elliott, yeah. Right, I think that's that. Is that to the point where we can press the play button? I think it might be, you know. Thoughts? I think we're there. We're doing it. Let's see what goes to hell. Nothing's going to hell. Everything seems happy. Let's see. Let's see, shall we? Okay, fine. I wonder if I took the opportunity to place a bus station here. That would if I placed it, let's see. Firstly, let's do that. Is there enough space here? Oh, there might not be enough width. Yeah, there's not enough width. Fine. Fine. That's not the only thing we need to start thinking about and doing, though, because hello everyone in the chat. Sorry, there's been loads of chat, and I've not paid any attention to any of it. That's there. That's this difficult magic. Which let's just check the speeds now through here. Yeah, it looks like it's in better state because now it's concrete. So that seems to be not bad. Not bad. Let us whiz down this end because we've got all that going on. We need to whiz down to the other end of our lovely main line because through here, the first elements of the new station are going to start being built, which is exciting. How am I going to build? This means I have to start thinking about architectural choices as well, actually. Yikes. Okay. Let me do that then. Let me just do this for now. Yeesh. I want to line this up with this, which means... Oh, let's go full length as a way to check that this is straight. Is it straight? I think that is. Let me now reduce the size. And the position of the station, that's going to go here. Is it? Oh. Fine. What else are they going to continue doing? Ah, you know what? They need to... There's no avoiding it. They need to bulldoze. How are they going to do that, though? Let's have a think. So this bit of the old station... remember, there's the protest. We're going to need to continue our demolition of the old stations. That's gone. But can we now... what can we do with this? Can we... If I place this, and if I place this... Will it provide me... Yeah, okay. If I did that... Now, if I just build a little... If I do... Wait a minute. Let's do this. If I now build just a temporary little road here... Can I do it? Just a temporary one, and I'm going to click on that and make sure that it is owned by me. Yeah, so that it can't... Wait, no. Yeah, so that it can't do anything else. That means that the station still has its same, mostly the same connection, fine, but it means that I can start building the new station. Now, what is the new station going to look like? I think, in terms of position geometry, I think this... Part of the point of it is that we can bring the platforms further up so we can have longer trains. I think that might be that. The trouble is that the level that I want it to be at? That's the next question. Now, let me just have a look. Let me just do a quick check. If I make this the length it needs to be platform-wise, so that's... What was that? That was 80, so that's 120... 160... 200... and yes, we know this is going to be bulldozy. That's part of the challenge, isn't it? Also, let me just check another thing, which is... Oh, what's it colliding with? It needs to. That definitely needs to be able to be there. Oh, that's annoying. Ah, It's the bits of fence that I put there. Oh, that's easily solved. Let me just go down to little. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, golly, I was getting scared there. That should be fine. Actually, can I do... Yeah, there we are. So that's there. Let's get an idea of what length this is going to be. We're also going to... We don't need the tracks. No, get lost. Just need platforms at the moment. Also not... None of this. We just want to get an idea of the geometry of the station at this point. So that's... what was that? That was 40, 80. That's 160... 200, 240, 280. Okay. Then I need to think about geometry. So, what have we got? We've got... I've pitched in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does this design that I've come up with actually have the space for that? Not sure. I was thinking I'd be able to have flanking, have a flanking arrangement as the station, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to actually. There's a reason why I'm building a whole new one. It's because the alignment's not quite there. The alignment's not quite there, and I want the two to be running. I want to do it this way. This is the way I want to do it. I think it'll work better this way. So now if I place these two here, so yeah, okay. Actually, I'm going to bulldoze this. No, not the whole thing, just this. I'll bulldoze this for now because I want to know exactly what I'm dealing with in terms of geometry here. What size is this thing going to be? Platforms, one of those, and then... Damn it! I don't think this is going to work quite the way I'd planned it to. But it could if I did this the other way around. If I did this the other way around. Also, that platform, that station's not quite on the same orientation as the one I've just placed. The one I placed here is slightly squint against this straight road, which I've just corrected with the new structure. If I placed this, if I made this a platform and placed this as a building, is this the right distance? It is. Okay. So now, let me just go through here. Okay, here we go. So, tracks. Platform. Tracks. Platform. Tracks. Platform. Tracks. There we are. This bit's gonna get spicy. What buses use this route? None. Okay. Okay. We're doing it. Let's see what we're going to get here. Oh, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what I want. Then platform, and then another one of these. That is the platform design that I want. That's the design I want. Here's the length of the station I want. This is going to require the road to come in. Ooh. Now, if I went in one, if I reduced it by a pair of platforms, I could. Yeah, I could get. If I did it as 6, then I wouldn't need as many. It's basically the flanking structure that's causing the headache. I thought this would end up working quite neatly, but it's looking like it's not necessarily. So alternatively, if I just had a one-sided platform, and then connected it in a small, so had, okay, let's try this as an alternative. Okay. So let's try, this is the experimentation you're all here for, you know, we don't need to work out what this station's going to look like. So if I put that there, and then put that there. Ah, caxax. It's too close. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying as hell. Right, fine. Let's try that now. Let's see if that gives me the closeness I need. Up. I think that's it. Oh, it's still too close. What the hell? Okay. Fine. And bulldoze that. Place another one until I get it in the right location. Actually, that's too far away from the edge now. Oh, we'll get there, folks. We've got to get this right, haven't we? We've got to get this right. It's going to be... No, that's fine. Then that feels too far, but whatever. While I'm there... okay, so that's going to be there and there. That's going to be there and there. That's going to be there and there. This is a slightly different design we're going to... Slightly different design approach we're going to take. Fine. So what is that? That's going to be 2 there. And 2 there. That means that this platform will not require demolition all the way along. Good. Is that the appropriate length? What was that? Oh. 160, 200, 240, 280. Yep, fine. So that's the length the platform needs to be, that direction. And the buildings... Can I then do something a bit more grand? Yeah, kinda. Which is more fun. Fine. What's the clip? What is it? Oh. It's me old bits of stuff again. Good. Fine. So if I now bombard that in here. Oh, okay. It'd be nice to have the... Yeah, there we are. So that'd be there. Then that means I just need to place the road. Oh, very nice. Hello, William Barter. I think that... What are your thoughts, everyone? Discord server for other chat, because I can't see the relevant chat to me not screwing this up. Let's see. This... So if I then build a road here... perhaps a larger one, actually. Straight. That's horrible. What? I don't like the game's obsession with trying to be clever on the old splines for roads and stuff. It does look absolutely god-awful. Oh. Maybe I just did it a little bit. No, it's still absolutely fixated on the idea of creating this horror show. So if I've done that. I've done it. The thing is, it's now definitely going to do... Because the game's weird, that building is always going to be there like that. Which is irritating as hell. The only way I can fix that is by... Oh, yikes. That was more demolition than I wished it to be honest. Yeah. The only way I can do this without causing more pain is by continuing this on like that. And yeah, doing something like this, which is going to be, yeah, there, like that. Oof. Just kind of, so if I demolish that, that will create a, or will it? Ooh, okay. I will take that. I'm also going to, while I'm here, force this to not do anything new, ever. Or this, or this. Stay there, never change. Please, never change. Okay. Yikes. So there we go. Oh, while we're here, how many of these am I going to be able to... So they kind of splits away at that point, but that feels like where it's going to go. Let's smooth this as well. There. There is some construction. Now we need to bulldoze these again and put that bit back, don't we? So I need to get rid of these. Fine. And oh, that's weird. You see that? How odd. And then put this weird extra platform back. This one. And and then put that bit of road back. Where was it? It was here. And we just put this little thing in, didn't we? Fine. And lock that out. There. And also we need to put some fences back in because we don't want people building things in this spot here. Yeah, lovely. There, fine. Construction site, innit? Lovely. Oh, how long have we been going for? 1 hour 56. Okay, it's nearly 8 PM. Fine. This is not just Bradshaw Station number 2. This is Bradshaw East. It's under construction, though, of course. There we go. Bradshaw East under construction. Bradshaw Central looking a little diminished from its former stature. There we go. Railway still functioning. Station being constructed. Lots of extra work to do. No. Oh, come on, the terrain games in this, the terrain tools in this game are still a bit knacked. There we are. Better. Oh. Actually, since we've just done some earth moving, this is probably a little more like this, isn't it? Let me just go in here. Is it mud? Dirt? Dirt? Soil? Yeah. Yeah, there we are. Yeah. Under construction. So, that's happening. Major construction down there. Oh. So, that's starting to be built. What else is going on? Some shenanigans that are happening that are worth, I think, are worth digging into. Let's briefly get the old OBS up. So, back here. So, what have we done? We've done some. We've started the construction of Bradshaw East. We've where else are we? We've not done That City, but we've kind of sorted this out mostly. We've done this, so that's done. So we've done that. We've kind of done this. We've started on that. Okay, so we're making some headway, which is good. Happy days. Let's briefly talk about cars. Cars, here they are. Oh, look, my face is I can fix that. Wait a minute, watch this. Oh, there we are. Fine. My face. Problem solved. Yeah, here we are. Some car adverts for cars being built on the islands of Amphitrust. We've got the Shanklin 800 being built by the Shanklin Automotive Company over in Shanklin, and they also manufacture the slightly snazzier brand that they go under as Pagonis, the Pagonis brand of Shanklin Automotive. So there we are, a couple of vehicles. Jay would drive the hell out of a Pagonis Vitesse. Yeah, goes hard, doesn't it? Goes really hard. So why are we talking about this? Well, because we're going to talk about these two companies because they're kind of both. As often happened, you had multiple marks being built out of one factory, and this is certainly the case here. So the Shanklin 800, very popular, lots of them around on the island already. The new Pagonis Vitesse, which is out, which Jay is going to be whizzing around in. Yeah, it's all good stuff. 6-cylinder magic of the Pagonis Vitesse. Anyway, why is this relevant? It's relevant because we're going to go over to whiz our way over to Shanklin. Here we are. There's Shanklin. Here's Shanklin Automotive Limited, and they so there's a reformation of them into Shanklin Pagonis. Oh, Shanklin Pagonis Limited. That's it. Shanklin Pagonis Limited. Let's just copy that because we need to copy that around a bit. Fine. So that's Shanklin Pagonis Limited. Fine. Where? I'm sure there's another works around here somewhere. Oh yeah. This one. There we are. Shanklin Pagonis Limited. I think also... Oh, you can't see! Wait a minute. Sorry. I'm so bad at this. There. Sorry. So, here is what was Shanklin Automotive, now Shanklin Pagonis. There we are. Yeah, you're just getting extra ad time. So here's the factory where they make the cars. Lovely. And so they've got all the timber for the interior paneling and stuff. Shanklin Pagonis Limited. Shanklin Pagonis there is part of the workshop as well, part of the factory. It was a pretty big employer over this part of the Ventnor, the kind of Ventnor part of a district of Shanklin. And also here's where they do the milling. Shanklin Pagonis Limited. It's an employer, a kind of major employer for Shanklin here. So there we go. And they're also considering whether this is going to include a kind of a big remodeling of the kind of the rail access to this station. Let's see what services they've got, because they're kind of quite heavy. Oh, there we are. So they've got the steel being shipped in, and then the sidings. So we're going to call it. We're going to first rename these sidings as well. We're going to call them Ventnor sidings. There we are. Marvelous. Actually, yeah, Ventnor Head. So from Ventnor Head sidings. So those. So what's this? This is taking. Coal Company Exchange sidings. What's this doing? This is bringing goods. Oh, it's taking some goods from here up to Kroll. Random. Okay, fine. Don't worry about that too much. Shanklin Cog Supply. No. There we are. What is this? That's bringing supply. What is that doing? Oh no, that's not supply. That's delivery. That's taking vehicles round to Shanklin Great Western for them to then be shipped off round the city. Fine, lovely. So that's that. That's fine. I don't think we need a remodel. There's enough. That seems to be working fine. They seem to be getting more popular as more cars being sold. Happy days. No, it's not the E-Type Jag did 0 to 60 in sub 8 seconds. It's not really a competitor to that Vitesse. No, agreed. It's not, is it? Come on now. Anyway, so that's that. What else is going on? What else is going on? Let's see. So quite a lot, really. Let's see how. Firstly, let's sort of just quickly whiz over and see how Anapolis is doing. Is this diminished in any way whatsoever? No. Just a huge number of people. Why does everyone want to... Where do they want to go? Oh, they all want to get to Anapolis City because that's where all the trains go from now. Because it used to be central, now it's city, so they're just all waiting. I mean, to be fair, they could just walk. Like, it's connected to that station. You could just walk, folks. Yeah. Anyway. The station seems to have fairly rapidly become... Yeah. Oh, it didn't exist then. What was this before? Was this a bus station before and I screwed it up? I can't remember. In any case, here it is, doing its thing. Fine. Shanklin Auto needs a Halo product. Lol. Yeah, fine. June 26th. Oh, that's a good point. Another thing that's been going on, as you might remember, is we've been tackling various of the railway workshops. There have been kind of 40 to 50 workshops are transferred from the kind of the various bits of Amsterdam Railways to the new Amsterdam Railways workshop division, which is including some closures, of which Gisborough Carriage Works is going to be one of the first kind of big hits. So we've got the Gisborough Carriage Works here. This one kind of was the Southern Railways main sort of manufacturer. Not needed anymore, though. It's definitely not needed. So this one is disappearing off the face of the earth, I'm afraid to say. Yeah, there we go. And pop. Contains vehicles. Oh my goodness, what's in there? Oh, interesting. Ah, some sneaky monkey has been storing old steam locos in this carriage works, presumably ex-Southern Railway locomotives. Interesting. What can we do about that? Good question. Where can we put them? Where can we dump them? I've got a possible idea actually. Could this work? Could this work? Where else might they end up? What other sheds are there around the place? Shed there? No. Sheds. Where? Oh, I know where. Actually, where? Oh, yeah. So let us go in here and just buy. Let's just tactically buy a couple of these, maybe another one. Yeah, fine. And then we're going to do that combined with. Oh, where was it? It's gone. Let's go. Yes, there we go. Now, should this work? There we go. Oh. Good. And so that let's just put this. Fine, and then don't feel like it necessarily needs all these icons. And let's do the same again. I think that now means those are here. Yeah, nailed it. Which means we can continue our demolition shenanigans. There we go, that's done. They're bulldozed. Sad times. Another one that's going to go is the one here. Or is it? Oh, we'll leave it for now. Leave it for now. That's the maintenance shed. We'll leave that one, I think. Lovely. Who else is watching, by the way? Who's here? We've got. Let's see, who've we got watching? We've got 3 different J's. 3 different J letter starting people watching this episode, which means that is going to be the inspiration for it. It's the 7th of July. I don't know. There's no particular significance for this date. We're going to go with between so we are. There's a couple of things we're going to do. Firstly, what's Kingston Air Transport, Anapolis Airport. Well, okay, we're going to have. I think we might well look to have an expanded. Are we going to do it now? No, we're not. But we are going to start a new airline. We're going to go from. It's a new airline. It's going to go from Annapolis Airport. And it's going to go. Now I've got to remember which way around it's going to be. Where's my map? Let me just remind myself something. So if I go from. Oh, it's weird that's made all the signals appear. That's strange. Yeah, okay. I don't want to start that airline here, actually. I want to start it over in. Where am I going? My plan. Ah, yes. Okay. New line going from Shanklin-Flitwick Airport to where are they? To Anapolis, and then up to Thapst. So it's kind of going to do a touchdown at Annapolis, and then it's going to come back to Annapolis, and then on and on and on in perpetuum. What is this one? Nothing. I didn't do anything with it. This is going to be what's it going to be called? I'm going to call it JJJ Flights. What am I going to call it? Yeah, JJJ Flights. And oh. OBS, what are you doing? Go away. Just checking my spreadsheet, man. Yeah, fine. Flights limited. Oh, limited. So, Jack, Jones, and Jay. What colour do you want this to be? You all have the votes. What colour are we going for? Like a blue? Are we going to go for like a blue, kind of maybe this kind of colour? As an option. The thing is, Kingston Air Transport is already that kind of blue, so if you're going to make it blue, you need to make it a darker blue, or you could go for a different kind of colour. Votes in. Send in your votes now, folks. Oh, there's a Jamie as well. Ooh. There's a Jamie as well. Oh. 4J Flights Limited. Or J4, maybe? J4 is maybe better. J4. J4. J4 Flights. Jack. There's 3 oh my god, J5, because there's a 5th Jack. A 5th Jack has hit the tower. Hot Orange, 1962, Hot Orange. There's brown, orange shouts going on. J5 Limited. Oh, orange could be fun, actually. Yeah, okay, let's try kind of a 1960s orange. Like, that kind of a colour. What happens if I go 100 on that? Once I go 50 there, does that kind of... Yeah, it's a bit scarlety, isn't it? We need it to be a bit more on the orange. Yeah, okay. Ah, George is also here. Oh my goodness. And Jim. Jim and George. Okay. Apply. I think I'm going to go for that colour. But you're right. So, it's J7. J7 Flights Limited. Oh, mine's Jimmy! Another one, J8. How many more J's are... J8. There we are, yeah, look at that. J8. J8. Crikey. Are there any other J's in the chat? Because that's so many J's. Fantastic. There we go. Okay, fine. I'm good. Yeah, Jamie, you've just watered down your you could have got away with it. The J's should rule the world. There are J8 Flights Limited. It's kind of a novel little solution, which is to fly kind of a hopping service between kind of 3 major capitals. So it's an interesting and novel suggestion. Kingston Air Transport, and is there anyone in this one? Should we just okay? So this is J8 Flights Limited. Since no one else was in there. J8 Flights Limited. Fine. So, what are we going to buy? What aircraft are we going to have? It's going to be a DC-4, I think. Pretty sure it's going to be a DC-4. Yep. It's going to be this nice orange colour, which I think will actually look quite cool. What are we? Amphitrus. J, A. Yeah. And we need it to go on to J8 Flights Limited. Just going to double check my... I'll just make sure that I'm happy that was as everything is named. Yeah, because if I go up here... Oh, no, that's not useful. I want to go to here. This is going to do not crash. Whatever you do, do not crash. Should have saved the game, shouldn't I? Golly. Yeah, there we are. A. Marvellous. J's in Junkers, M's in Mansi. J-Jet. Yeah. Fine. There we are. It's been a while since I've done a company named after you, lovely lot. I have to get your buy-in, because then you come back and watch. Oh, goodness. Anyway, right. That should start running, actually. What terminal do we want? Let's just enjoy. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. I think that's fab. Look at that. I think that's terrific. I like that a lot. Very nice. Glorious. Now, let me just check where those terminals are. Because obviously we want to just make sure we're... So over here, which terminal is... So let's just check. Terminals... Yes, fine. It's in Terminal 2. Terminal 1 is for all the Archipelago aviation flights, and Terminal 2 for everything else. Grand. Then in Kingston, sorry, Anapolis, forgive me. In Anapolis, I think there's just one terminal anyway. Yeah, there is one terminal anyway. There's only a couple in there, so it's building up some attention. Annapolis doesn't see many flights by the look of it. Yeah, not that many. A bit of interest. And up to Bury, which I think is quite busy actually. Where are we? Sorry, Thapst. Thapst Airport. Yeah, perfect. Again, it's going in with what is it? Amphitrus United Airlines. There we are. And J. Perfect. That was kind of fairly nicely balanced. Again, I think this is a fairly busy... Yeah, it's a really busy airport. Fine. There we go. Oh. Jay, yeah. Enjoy catching up later. In 1995, we can have a new airline called Hardjet. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. It's, so. Golly. Right. What else is going on? How's everything moving? Is everything moving fine and smooth and happy? I hope so. Yeah. Good. Annapolis. Oh. Don't like the sound of that. What's going on here? Ooh. No path. Now, is that because there's some tiny little bit of unelectrified railway that I've not spotted? Where? Help. I do not spot it. I don't think so. Is that just a case that I need to just flip this round and it'll work it out? Is this one? Seems happy enough. We've got quite the mix here, you know, steam and diesel and electric. Busy old Vorious Limon. Yeah, crikey. Oh, did that happen last time, didn't it? Oh, yeah, that's right. You all had to remind me of the annoying, weird situation. Yeah, okay. It's a nice steam. Oh, that's a good point. That's probably something we need to do a little bit of as well, isn't it? Which is just have a little look at the old train situation. So how are we doing in terms of... Pretty much all passenger services, I think, have now been switched over. Okay, bad. Oh, we have a couple of steam here and there. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's still a bit of steam out there, but it's in reasonable condition. Okay, fine. I think the situation for freight is... Oh, not quite that keenly. Is a bit different. Oh, there's not that much that's in bad condition. Actually, it's a couple of diesels that have clearly been running for a while. There is a lot of steam still, but it's all in kind of good and indeed very good condition because we did a lot of replacements and refurbishments. In fact, modernisation was like, we're going to refurbish these because we're going to electrify, and then the electrification plans have sort of been pulled back. So there's still there's a decent amount of diesel. Actually, ironically enough, the diesels are in less good condition because they've been running for a while now. Actually, I think that's fine then, basically. Yeah, okay. We 4-tracked this, didn't we? Yeah, we did. There is some shiny black stuff on its way to be burned. Isn't it wonderful that we do that? Okay, so it's the first of August. It's the 1st of August, which means I need to press some buttons. We need to go. Actually, whoa! You didn't want to see that. That was small face, which meant that you've got infinity happen. I meant to press this button. There we are. OBS. Peek behind the curtain. Oh, what time is it? It is time for me to get on with saying things. 1st of August, 1962. What's happening? Well, as you've kind of been following, by the late 1950s, the Amphitrust Transport Commission was kind of not in a great shape financially. If you remember when last episode, I think we were looking at the finances annually, and it was not looking great. So we had, if you remember, there was that report. Actually, you know what I can do is very quickly go in here and there was a paper that was, yes, this paper here, which I'm going to drop into the appropriate location here. Yeah, and then unhide the slide. If you remember, back in, whenever it was, December 1960, we had this white paper that was published, the reorganisation of the nationalised transport undertakings, and it was looking at reviewing the prospects of the nationalised transport undertakings and understanding how to kind of rejuggle them. And it was they proposed, there was a report that proposed that the Amphitrust Transport Commission was replaced with a new structure, that the finances of the commission, in particular of the railways, are reconstructed, and that the various undertakings are given a great level of commercial and operational freedom. That was the proposal of the report. Undertaken by the Ministry of Transport and Logistics, and that leads to, on the 1st of August 1962, the Transport Act. This transport that's providing for the reorganisation of the national transport undertakings, now carried on under the Transport Act 1947, and for that purpose to provide for the establishment of public authorities as successors to the Amphitrust Transport Commission, and for the transfer to them of undertakings, parts of undertakings, properties, rights, obligations and liabilities, to repeal certain enactments relating to the transport charges and facilities, and to amend in other respects the law relating to transport, inland waterways, harbours and port facilities, and for purposes connected with matters aforesaid. With a date of commencement on the 1st of September 1962. My goodness. So, as you can see, some stuff going on. Transport Act 1962, big changes, seriously big changes. So there are some other very, very big things. So the Amphitrust Transport Commission, which has been kind of criticised as excessively bureaucratic, it had not achieved integration across the modes by this point. All of the complexity, buses and all these things, it had not managed to kind of integrate the system as had been originally hoped by the socialist government's creator, the socialist government who created it. But other things are important in this act. One of them is the ending of common carriage, which was very helpful because it meant that the railways didn't have to transport every single item that it was asked to by whoever turned up. So they could start being a bit more sensible about what the railways can achieve. They didn't have to have mixed traffic trains. The logic of this was that each railway service was supposed to pay for itself. A grand aspiration that every government has always had. Yes, but the key thing of this is that it means the end of the Amphitrust Transport Commission. It also means, very importantly, the removal of the existing rigorous process for assessing proposals for line closures. It's a critical function of the Transport Act 1962, was to remove the kind of rigorous process, which, in the case of our socialist government here, they want to make the railway the shape of the there's so much duplication from all the different railway companies that competed with each other, and it's quite difficult for them to kind of get rid of some of that duplication and create a kind of a railway system that is the right shape, and it's caused them headaches in relation to optimizing the East Coast Main Line, modernisation, lots of challenges. So that's the Transport Act 1962. But that's not all, because kind of off the back of these announcements, you remember we had our motorway. In fact, we jump, so it's kind of related to this. We jump back to game face 20 to screen 2. So there is that. If we, so that's good on. If we jump back now down to over here, you'd see there's a bit of kind of the biggest section of motorway on the map here. And yeah, kind of it's being kind of reasonably well used, but it's not being hugely well used. And you know, it's provided a connection. Uniquely, this motorway kind of provided a road connection that didn't exist, which is kind of cutting diagonally through the Midland Valley down towards Bradshaw. So it serves a valuable function in that sense. But it's not being hugely well used, and actually at this point, and also it's hugely impactful. And our socialist government, I will point out, unlike what was happening in the UK at this point, our socialist government announces on in a little speech on the 11th of August 1962. Actually, before I say that, you remember we had these proposals that were going to kind of the strategic proposal for the motorway network, and that was a bit of the M3 that we were just looking at. But contrary to what happened in the UK, where the government announced that it was going to build 1,000 miles of motorway within a decade, that doesn't happen on Amphitros. The Minister of Transport and Logistics actually announces a pause on the construction of new motorways to evaluate the success of those built up to that point. So it's a pause, a brief moment of respite for our railways on Amphitros that wasn't happening in the UK at the time. Shenanigans afoot. Shenanigans afoot indeed. So let us return to the map and crack on with things. So, let's see. Yeah, it's interesting actually. Yeah, this road is not. It's popular. There's a bit using it. Is that a Shanklin 800 down there? It might be, or it might be a 1200. Yeah, let's see. Popular cars. The old those Shanklins. Anyway, where are we? There's also all these. I don't know who makes these. It looks like VW makes these, to be honest. Various cars. Yeah, there's another Shanklin 800 and a slightly snazzier looking van, and then an older vehicle as well. Look at that, glorious. It's all kicking off. Yeah. Oh, there's. Oh, how are you going? Oh, making some money. Very nice. Let's whiz over this way again. Let's see. What else is... I needed to check something else, didn't I? Let's see how are things running on our new bit of railway down here. Doesn't seem to be much running at all. Oh, it's slowing down. Fine. Is this chaos now? Yeah, this is what I want to see. If I just switch these off. Just so we can follow what's going on here. Yeah, okay. Right. It's definitely... That's just stuff moving back and forth that way. I don't want this to become a massive bottleneck. I mean, I know it's going to become a bottleneck. Oh, golly, it is very much a bottleneck. Is that... The main thing is that the fast services don't get held up. Oh, I don't like that one sat there. That's not nice. Why is that sat there? That could definitely and should definitely be running through. Oh, because that's going that way. Okay, I understand. Oh, this is going to be a horrible nightmare. Anyway, I've got distracted. Because things have happened. Right, so several things have happened while we look at this painful mess. So as part of the Transport Act 1962, we have a new body being created. You'll like this, folks. We have a new body being created, and it is called the... Here it is. The Amphitros Docks Board. Here it is. And, okay, it doesn't actually quite look like this yet, but soon it will, because it has this branding exercise a bit later in the 1960s. But here it is, the Amphitros Docks Board. Here it is, kind of mocked up on some vehicles that run around in the docks, and, yeah, but it's got this cool logo. There's this cool logo, Amphitros Docks Board. That's nice, isn't it? So that Amphitros Docks Board is intended to take over from... I think there's a few different bodies that run docks around the map. So let's go in and have a look, shall we? So let's dive in here. I think quite a few of them the docks are operated by, are kind of owned by the shipping company, and a few are owned by the regional government or by the city authority. If I whiz down here, yeah, so we've got, this is it. So if I block this in, we'll go in, we'll rename some of these. So rather than being AIS, they're now going to be, so it's all of these. They're not the, what was it, Anapolis Island Shipping. They are now owned by, so it is now going to be ADB. Anapolis Docks Board, there we are. Annapolis Harbour, so that's the start, Annapolis Harbour. Oh yeah, this is going to be, fine. There we go, and I need to remember the things I'm pressing. There, fine. Oh, good. And all of these, and kind of, I won't dwell on these, but this is kind of fine. We'll go through it. I'll update all of these because this will take a bit of time. But there's lots of all these harbor. They're going to slowly kind of do that branding and bring it up to the Anapolis Docks Board, which is part of the Transport Act 1962. That's not the only bit of shenanigans going on, because there are other things afoot, right? And we need to talk a bit about the press. Yeah, we need to talk about the press a little bit, because on the 5th of September 1962, there is this particular date, our socialist government, I'll be honest with you, a little heavy-handed on the old press control. So the what is it? The Ministry, I think it's the Ministry of Information and Communication, does have fairly tight control on that, although loosening a little. But at this point, there was a kind of there was an attitudinal change and a loosening of control on the press. Lots of restrictions on reporting were lifted. Most censorship was ended. By the way, this was true in the UK. Lots of censorship, lots of restrictions on reporting up to 5th of September 1962. So let's go through. Papers. There are lots of papers in Amphitrust. The Bradshaw and Shildon Times, the kind of paper of record, popular, well known. There's an issue from December 1961, which, by the way, folks, you can keep up to date. If you don't know what's happened in an episode, you can go and look at the last copy of the Bradshaw and Shildon Times. In fact, they're in the chat right now. Says the Bradshaw and Shildon Times, the paper of record. They're not alone. There are other papers out there, though. For example, the Northern Gazette. This is the it's kind of it's a left-wing paper. I'm going to be honest with you, everyone. All of these are left-wing papers because it's a socialist government, and they wouldn't be able to be anything else at this point. But here we are. You know, this is an article from the 5th of September 1962. In fact, from this day, dock workers threaten strike. I'm not sure why, but there's a little extract from that newspaper. The Warden here, the Dorchester Warden. So here it is. Here's an extract from the Dorchester Warden from Sunday, July 62. French terrorists failed to derail vote. War is over. Unanimous support for Algerian independence in second referendum. There we are. So some interesting little bits of story there. There's some stuff about defence spending debates in, stuff about the modernisation of the Amphitrust Defence Force. There we go. All sorts of things. Reports are emerging of a calamity at the electro-locomotive Novocherkassk plant in the southeastern USSR. The strike has escalated into violence. That sounds ominous. Oh, you can't see. Oh, dang. This is what I need you for. I didn't press this button. This button. No, this button. Sorry. Here we are. The Bradshaw and Shildon Times, the newspaper of record. The Northern Gazette. Here. There we go. Dock workers threaten strike. Oh, I'm so bad at this. It's like I've not been streaming for, 3 years now, basically. More than 3 years. There we are, the Northern Gazette. This one based out of Dorchester. There is a little hub of printers in Dorchester. A lot of newspapers come out of Dorchester. The Dorchester Printing Works up in Dorchester. 5 pence per copy. So there's the Dorchester Warden. French terrorists failed to derail vote. blah 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 blah. I'm going to leave them a bit because then you can free. Actually, these have been shared in the Discord, so you can go and have a look. And there's the socialist record here. So this is very much the kind of the let's say probably the newspaper that most favours the government and generally provides the newspaper of record for government antics. So, for example, you can see at the side there's sort of stuff here talking about the week's order of business for the National Assembly and the Workers' Committee, the Amphitrust Social Republic. So there you go. Some interesting stories here. Vessel sunk in Amphitrust waters may have been from United Kingdom. British government claims no knowledge of boat despite detritus including evidence of listening equipment developed by British Secret Services. Ooh, shenanigans. Some stuff about the Lakeland Lagoon there. The twin lagoons have been reducing in size, ... AEC tram boss accused of false dealings. Ooh, there we are. Something interesting there. Some stuff about the Berlin Wall being built because there's an expansion of the exclusion zone on the Berlin Wall. Progress on the East Coast Railway project. But the Socialist Record, June 1962, they're not happy about the proposals for... This is an issue from June 62. This is before the Transport Act. You can see they're not happy. The unions are not happy about the potential for treating the railways as a business, that it might lead to calamity. Well, there you go. So, all sorts of fun. What other newspapers are out there? Oh, there's another, which is the Amphitrust Apostle here. And this has a different role. This is the Amphitrust Apostle. And you can see that this is actually the newspaper that represents the kind of the Greek diaspora, the kind of people of Greek heritage who live in Amphitrust, of which there are plenty, and an expanding number of people. The high-res versions of this are available in the Discord for you to have a read. If you want to have a proper read of them, you can. Again, there's all sorts of things here. Passenger services being this is from... What issue is this from? This is from back in May 1962. So it's got there's some... What's that? Bad satire. There's a kind of comic. There's Angelos stores being advertised. There's some stuff about renaming of towns that's kind of continuing to happen. There's some stuff here. Here's the Shanklin factory. There we are. The Shanklin Pagonis factory. State intervention called because they're looking to, impact on jobs. There's a roof has collapsed in a school. That's no good. Some news from mainland Greece, and there we are. So all good, fun, interesting stuff. The various newspapers on an Amphitrust and their various kind of interests that they represent. Well, mostly similar interests at this point, but they're released. They can report more freely. Even though they've kind of been getting a little more, having a little more elbow room of late. Anyway, right. All good fun. Let's continue. Let's continue and see what on earth is going on over here. So, yes, I need to do some dock renaming. Should we do a bit more of that? Maybe. No? Yes? There's a lot of them. Feels like it'd be really boring to do that now. We'll do it later. This is a branding exercise continuing anyway, right? Enjoy that, everyone. Enjoy reading those bits of extracts of newspapers, and yes, I'm sure there'll be more extracts of newspapers going forwards to talk about big events happening on the islands. I should be moving time. Important to move time. Are there any non-AIS docks? There are some jetties. For example, up here, there are some jetties owned by Amphitrust Railways. So they own some. And these are for ferries, so it's more just like ferry terminals that are owned by Amphitrust Railways and will continue to be owned by Amphitrust Railways. Rugeley Harbour. This one just seems to have slipped through entirely unnoticed. I think because this is just a uniquely APC one, that's probably why. Because it's just a fuel jetty. It's probably the case up in Harrogate as well, isn't it? What's this? Yeah, the Amphitrust Petroleum Company have their own jetties as well. So there are a few that are owned by different companies. I think possibly there's some jetties up here that are owned by... so that's AIS, but I have a feeling there's some jetties up here owned by... No, that one is owned by... Yeah, because AIS is a state monopoly, so yeah, it makes sense. Although these ones, look at these, they're just... What are they shipping? Oh yeah, they are shipping stuff. This one's shipping stone. The AS Purnell, Amphitrust ship Purnell, the Amphitrust ship Hooley. They are. Marvellous. What else is happening? People are quite enjoying the motorway, yeah. People are quite enjoying the motorway, but the motorway ain't that... Oh, it's used a bit. I have a feeling it'll become more popular. Yeah. I think that might be that for this evening. We've probably got one more episode possibly one short episode in the bag before baby arrives, and then there might be a bit of a pause. Not an indefinite pause, but probably a long pause while I get my life in order with having a baby. It is a shame motorways don't induce demand like in real life. I think they will. I think the way it's modelled, that effect will be present. I'm gonna go over here. I don't know why there are new coal mines appearing. It's kind of, what are these new coal mines appearing? I'm not. What are these coal mine? Well, for starters, that I need to put an asterisk on that because it's not occupied. What else have we got? Matlock coal mine. Yeah, that's the one that just appeared, isn't it? That's not a thing. Good. I wonder what mess it's making of our map. All these coal mines popping up. These prospective coal mines popping up to try and become a viable business. It sounds suspiciously familiar. Well, indeed. Going to take 4 episodes to get through 1962. We've been there before. Do you remember what year was it that we got stuck on before? Can you remember what year was it? We just spent ages on one year, just absolutely ages on that year. That was ages ago. It was a while back. Traffic will increase in the 60s, 70s. We'll probably see the motorways being used more. Yeah, I figured as much. What was I going to say? I was going to say something useful, wasn't I? It's gone. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, fine. Let's keep rolling on until we get to the end of the year, I think. How's our new airport doing? It's looking quite smart. Yeah, it's here we are. Does it connect up? Yeah, it does. So people can make connections. That's interesting, isn't it? Can I look at Caister, Coast, and Kroll buses in a bit more detail, please? If we're killing time. Yeah, we are killing a bit of time, actually. You're right. Always send suggestions, by the way. Do at me in and send suggestions for things to look at. So, Caister, Coast, these 2 bus companies that have sort of started up down here are... we seem to be making money, by the way. Have you noticed this? The economy kind of, white heat technology or whatever it is. So, obviously, okay, we got the military doing their thing. Fine, we won't worry about them too much. But we have got down here Caister Coast buses. So, you know what would be useful is for me to do this, and then you can see what's happening a bit more clearly. Yeah, so we've got just a few services. So, Caister Coast buses kind of connecting up. This side of Vorius Limin there, and then and this side there going down into Melksham as well, and on the other side you've got Kroll buses. Kroll buses serving kind of Green Dykes, which is this side, and going over to Kroll itself and up to the airport as well, and then in Kroll itself. So that's the 2 bus services there. Because there's kind of Vorius Limin is expanding. Hebden down here, the old mine there is kind of expanding out. Hebden very much, more houses being built. It's getting busier and busier. So yes, that's what's happening there. Anything else you want to go and have a look at? Always make your suggestions for what you want to go and have a look at. There's ELA Chemicals there. ELA Chemicals rather. Yeah, I'm going to go and look at that stuffed up Junction again and see how worried I need to be about it. Question mark reasonably. Yeah. It is a big binge point, isn't it? Yeah. Kroll Buses is owned by the Kroll family, yeah, the dynasty that is the Kroll family, absolutely. Nice to fly along the ECML and see what's been completed so far. Good idea. Let's do exactly that, actually. Let's do exactly that. In fact, while I'm here, what was that? November 25th. 962, 11, 25. What have we done? Passing time. Oh, you know what? I better No, it's fine. I know what I'm doing. I know what we've saved it as. Fine. A time lapse would be an idea. Well, we're not going to do a time lapse, but we'll head up here and have a look at what we've been doing. So let's work our way. It's got to Voris Limit and then follow down to see where we're at. Given that I think we've probably got enough infrastructure to start initiating some electric services. So there's Voris Limit. Shall we turn everything off? Would that be helpful? Yeah, let's do that. Just to clear things up a bit. So we have got there's Voris Limit, looking grand. We are through Crawl Junction. Things not too clogged up, I shouldn't think. What is this? An express service. What's it waiting for? It's waiting for a free path. Okay. Fine. Waiting for a free path, indeed. Okay, fine. So there's Patefield. We've got the flyover here. Everything is stuffed up. What are you all waiting for? That's waiting for a free path. What? Is this train just stuck? Is it stuck? Shouldn't be. Why is it waiting for? Where's it gonna go? Uh-oh. Well, there's nothing in the way of it. Is it just because there's no signal giving? Could I squeeze another signal in there? Is there not a signal? Is that an issue? Kind of feel like I could definitely get another signal in there, couldn't I? How long is that length? It's not long enough, is it? Oh, you know what? I reckon you could get a signal in there. And that would help matters enormously. There. Now, why is there not a free path for this one? Why? Oh, it's just... Why is it? Oh, it's doing that. Okay, and that's why it's unhappy. Why is that doing that when it should be... Oh, God. That's why that's a horror show, because that is doing that. Why is it doing that? It should be up there. That's interesting. Flipping game. Come on now. What is this one? What is this service? I've just forgotten. What is it? Bradshaw to Stratford. Oh, bloody hell. It's a long service. So I can't see because I haven't got flat stations on. Yeah, 3 is fine, but 6 is not. It should be coming through 4. Yeah. Yeah, that's more like it. And yeah, agreed, Michael C. We'll have to have a proper think about the services on the East Coast Mainline once it's completed. Absolutely. It's going to be a big rationalisation of services. Yeah. Okay. So if I do that... Anyway. In any case, that's now going to whiz off in the direction it's supposed to. Any minute now. Still waiting. Okay, fine. Well, that's something for me to go back and worry about momentarily, isn't it? So let's go down here. So there's a clog up going on down here. Fine, fine, fine. We shall come back to it. So, flyover. Tunnel. Into Melksham, which we've got our nice, fast, segregated East Coast main line at this point. It is fully segregated through here. Actually, probably... Have we electrified this bit? Probably haven't we? That's something we can do, and should do. Yeah. Let's have a look at this first. Yeah, there's no level crossings along here. It's all bridges. Oh, we can definitely get this upgraded then. We can... but we have not... We have not re-signaled this bit. I see. Okay. No, for starters, we don't need that there. We don't need those there either. Let's go through and re-signal this. Yeah, we need to just have a think. Let's get our old station building up, which we need to put our signals on for. Now, how have I put the signals for this one? Oh, even that one's not right, so... Oh, none of that's right, okay. So then begs the question, what's the state of the signal on this part as well? And through, so I think from there onwards, okay, right, so through there we've got signals here and here, fine. And again over here at the station. I can actually do this here and here. And then do two here, one here. Oh, we haven't even done the concrete for this bit either. There we are. That's better. Fine. Signals, buildings, so that's going to go there, which I can do very easily. Happy days. And this might have explained why things are going a bit weird elsewhere, possibly, although actually the signaling wasn't that bad. It's pretty dense. This arguably is going to make things worse because there's fewer blocks. Building. Another one. There we go. Now, can we fit one more block in here? I reckon we can. We can get one more in. Yeah, there we go. And to be honest, we're not stopping at this station, so I can just go straight through it. That means that we're going to go Yep, 2 signals at the end of the platform here. Fine. And then, how does that look in terms of distance? Kind of like it's through to the start of the next. The next station, at which point I think we are. That's going that way, and that's coming that way. So yeah, at that point we're sorted. Okay, and then we're going to electrify that bit because we can. Let's go. Done the signalling, done electrification. There we go. Right, marvellous. Oof. Got there in the end. So, now we can continue our progress. So, this bit of railway. Fast. This is a nice fast section. Straight as a die. Fast, fast, fast. Yeah, some of the sighting is not perfect for that bit of railway, you're right, Michael C. Through here, we've got our nice smooth curves, then a bit slower through Wakefield, then into the big kind of expanded station at Wakefield Southgate. And then the up and over cannot be done any straighter, Jack, I'm afraid, no. And the kind of along, this is our fast bit with our realigned railway there, which is very nice, kind of a bit faster, cut those curves. Very good. And through into Haverhill, or Thapst rather, and then kind of into, we've electrified now. We have now electrified through to into Thapst Central. There we are. That's it. We've done that section. And then if we go the other way, we've got some bits we've not done. So there's some work there. Then ran through here. And then connecting in, and we've built this bit. So we've done through Hendon. So this work has been done. There we are. All right. See, they're still in this stretch. They were still using timbers. There we go. And then we've come round here onto our. We've slewed this track as well for a better curve into the tunnel, down into the tunnel, and then curving back round, popping up through into. Anapolis City Station there, and then kind of running free on a pretty straight section of track along, and then on the approaches to Bradshaw, TBC still, a lot of work still to be done through here. There's a new station to be built here, segregation, quite a bit of work to be done, and then of course the new station's being built down here, and they've kind of building the building, very much under construction. Yeah, TBC, lots of work being done. There, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Lots of work ongoing. Mostly complete indeed. Indeed. So, I think that's a good time to stop, to be honest. 31st of December 1962. Or rather, shall we say the 1st of January 1963. There we go. Popped over into the first day of the new year. How are we doing? Company score is mixed bag. Our numbers are looking. We'll see how we're doing in the last couple of years. It seems not too bad finances wise. How are our finances? So, railroad. Again, mixed. Mixed. Lots of cost of income down in 1961, but back up again in 1962. Vehicle maintenance sort of staying kind of where it is. Track maintenance increasing. Infrastructure maintenance about where it was. Shipping mixed bag. Air continuing to get closer to making more money. Much more ticket sales. Vehicle maintenance is increasing, though. Yeah, so that's kind of being offset. And what else have we got going on? Some infrastructure maintenance going on there. Investments, the amount that we're actually spending, quite a bit on infrastructure, yeah. Yes, lots. Lots and lots. So, yeah, where's the social value created graph? Exactly right. So, yeah, road seems to be quite happy. Doing alright for itself. Lots of money spent on maintaining vehicles. Anyway, right, that's enough of that. I think that's a good time to stop. We will... Wait a minute, where am I going? Here. I'm going here because I want to do this. Whoop. Yes. I will see all of you tomorrow night for... where's my OBS window gone? I will see all of you tomorrow night for Rail Matter. Can I quickly expand water, please? Also, yes, I can. Finances, water. There you go. You can do your screenshotting for your data. Fine. I will see all of you tomorrow night. Cheerio, everyone. Cheerio.